Hey guys, this is Luke again, and this is going to be another Ninjago video on the channel. So today, I'm going to talk about my top 5 issues with Skybound. As some of you may know, Skybound is Ninjago's 6th season, with Jay being the focus. This is his first and so far only focus season. With a potential second focus season in season 12, maybe this will make it up. Maybe season 12 will make up for what season 6 meant to me. Because season 6, no offense, is worse than Day of the Departed. And that's saying something. But here we are. Let's count down the top 5 reasons why I dislike Skybound. So at number 5, we have Kai and Zane were particularly useless in this season. Kai and Zane didn't do shit in this season, other than just were basically cannon fodder for Nauticon to eventually capture. And that really makes me sad, because those two are great characters, and just to see them being swept under the rug like that kind of disrespects their characters. And it makes them feel very stagnant, very static, and also feel really unimportant as a whole. And to me, that's not right. You have to treat... I know it's hard to treat every character the same. It's often impossible to do that. But at least you have to not just, sweep them under the rug for most of the season, and then just pretend they never exist. I mean, they do acknowledge Zane, but Kai, not that much, after he, quote-unquote, was captured. But yeah, that really pisses me off, that two great characters just got swept under the rug like they were nothing in this season. Yeah, number 4, and it is the plot just wasn't very interesting. The plot was very, very boring. It was a very boring season. Basically, it started off pretty filler-ish, but, I mean, it started to get going, but it was going at a very, very slow pace that I just started to, lost interest partway through, and it just really bothers me to say that. I mean, the only episodes I was really interested in were towards the end, so that kind of makes the season all the more worse, that this plot was could have been done so much better if they just made it more exciting than it already was. Made it more exciting, and not just, well, somebody gets captured, blah, 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 blah. Such wasted potential for that season. And at number 3, we have Nia's random involvement. Now, this reason kind of ties into one of our other reasons on this list. Her involvement just seemed random, forced, for the plot, and for another reason that I will mention later on the list. But it just felt like it just predictable because of the situation she and Jay were in. I just literally saw it coming. The moment I knew this was a Jay scene, I was thinking, it has to be involved somehow, some way. Because they are boyfriend and girlfriend. They have a ship named Jaya, or Jaya, however you want to pronounce it. It's coming to do GIF or GIF. But overall, I didn't really like her involvement. She was awful in that season. She literally turns down Jay because of something pretty petty, if you ask me. It's a pretty petty reason why. It was more than just, take my hand, and she didn't take my hand because we got spotted. Oh no, it was much more than that. It was much more than that, and I totally understand, and I like that. But I didn't like just the overall plot of this. Overall, her involvement in this plot was just not that great. And it really disappoints me, and it makes me mad. Number 2, we have too much romanticism, or too much romance. So, as you know, Season 6 is, thank God, the only ship season to ever exist. Now, some of you are like, what about Season 3? I'm like, no. Season 3 does not count as a ship season, and neither does Season 8 with Lorumi. Because, in order for it to be a ship season, the plot has to be focused on that ship, and not a side plot where, like Zane and Pixel had. Theirs was a side plot completely different from the others. And the same goes with Kyler. There was a side plot, and again with her Lorumi, it was a side plot. And besides, I don't really count Lorumi as a ship because it didn't last a full season. But yeah, do you guys know what genre Ninjago is? It's an action cartoon. It's not supposed to heavily involve romance, and yet Season 6 did that. They heavily involved romance in it, and it just flat out pissed me off, because why is there romance in an action cartoon? Like, why is there more of and not enough of... Why is this happening? This is the reason. Number 3, it's like Nia's involvement was there just for Jay. Like, it made me have the mindset that whenever Jay gets a season, it doesn't show to, like, whenever Jay has a season to himself, it always has to include Nia. Oh, damn it. But yeah, I know I'm complaining about one season because Jay technically has one. But we could get another Jay season in 2020. So, and if they involve Nia again, I'm gonna be extremely angry, because they are just milking this ship to death, and it's just irritating me. Never ever put a ship in the main plot. It's not right. It limits the other characters, and overall, it's just plain stupid. And of course, number 1, the most obvious reason is the ending. The ending to Skybound is one of the most infamous and disliked endings of all time. Because, here's how I see it. I get what they were trying to do. Because there were some people who think the writers backed themselves into a corner. Do I think that? A little, but not too much. They kind of did, but not like so far in that corner. They backed themselves into the corner, but I feel like there was still enough room for them to get out of the corner. But, however, I get what they were trying to do. Nia was about to die, Jay couldn't let that happen, and so he wished everything didn't happen. While it did solve that problem, it created a new problem. It made us have the mindset that this season made us go like, really? That's how it ends? So it ends with everything being erased? Then what was the point of watching it if that was eventually gonna happen? Like, what was the damn point? It totally ruins not just that episode, but the entire season! You don't end a season like that. It's an interesting concept, but it has to be used extremely carefully. It's an extremely risky move, and I applaud the writers and the team behind Ninjago for taking that risk. Because they've taken risks before, and sometimes it's paid off, but it just didn't work. It just did not work. Or at least it didn't work for me. It may have worked for some other people, but it did not work for me. I literally have so much rage talking about the ending. It made me want to punch a wall, and that ending was one of the reasons why I nearly stopped watching Ninjago, because I was afraid that Season 7 was going to be another ship season. And so I watched Season 7, and then I was like, I took a sigh of relief, and I was like, thank God they didn't do that. Because if they did, I would have left. I would have quit Ninjago. because I can't stand ship seasons. Thank God season 10 sort of made season 6 up for me, at least for me, because they actually treated it how ships are supposed to be treated, with their own side plots and not something with the main plot, because it doesn't deserve to be in the main plot, to be honest. It doesn't deserve it. But finally, I got all this rage out of me, and I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like Skybound, that's fine. If you guys dislike Skybound, that's totally fine. Also, it's all of this is just my opinion, and you could put your thoughts about Skybound as much as you want. You could comment on the reasons that I have choice. You say, well, okay, I could definitely see how this could be, this could irritate somebody. So, yeah. I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button. And click on that notification bell to see every video that I have uploaded. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye.